This is like, it shreds like you have no idea. Oh my God, this is gonna be so good. Well, it's one of our absolute favorites, and we haven't done it for almost 2 years, so we thought now it's time to make al pastor. Yeah, exactly. I missed it also, and it's actually a very nice recipe. The last one we did was really, really good. We actually fed an army with that, and they all loved it. They actually licked the pot at the end. So anyway, al pastor, tacos al pastor, call it pork al pastor. You need pork neck. You can use a Boston butt, a pork shoulder, but pork neck, that would be the way to go, my opinion. And don't do any excessive fat trimming on this. Get a boneless one from your butcher like I did today, actually 2 pieces. And then what we want to do is we want to slice this relatively thin, like the first one is always a bit off size, but what is that, a centimeter, half a centimeter, something like that. That's what you want, thin slices, so that we can build a nice trompo tomorrow, because this is a 2-day process. Those of you who saw the last one can remember that. So thin slices. There we go, 3.8 kilos cut up. So now we're gonna cover that up and set it aside while we move on with our marinade. For the marinade this time, I have chosen some dried chilies. I have mulatto, guajillo. These are not very spicy. I have chosen ones which are, let's call it, family friendly. If you want it more hot, you can put in chile de árbol or whatever you have of dried chilies of the more spicy sort. Pair of scissors, and we just want to cut it open to get out as many seeds as we can. These have been vacuum packed because then, so they're a little bit tight. I figured out that if I vacuum them, they last a hell of a long time. So I can buy a lot of it. I have a whole collection of chilies.
It's from all over the world.
Exactly. Philippines, Mexico, you name it. So you don't have to get everything out, but just take out, as you know, the loose seeds, because they get bitter. And then we add them to a cold pan, because before we rehydrate them, we want to activate the essential oils just by roasting them a little bit. Seeds out, chili skins there. All the chilies in our pan, and now we want to dry roast them a little bit, but you have to stay on them, because what we want to do now is we want to activate the essential oils and get a little bit of whiff of smoke. But if you don't take care, then they will burn pretty easily. So move them around, wait for small puffs of smoke. Now it starts shimmering a little bit with smoke here. Don't take it further, because then you will burn them. Water. Just till they're covered. And then we bring that up to a simmer. And when you have a nice simmer on that, and it smells of chilies, switch it off, add a lid, and we're going to let that steep for 10-15 minutes while we prepare the rest. Well, our chilies, they're good and ready. And as you can see here, now they are soft and pliable. And we have all the good steeping liquid here. So we have to get all our chilies into our blender without trying not to make a mess, which I did. We have to make a paste here, and we are not going to add all the liquid, but we are going to preserve the liquid, because we want a thick paste, but we might have to dissolve a little bit of liquid. You don't want to use water, you want to use your steeping liquid, because there is a lot of flavor in that. So, and then for the rest of the marinade, see, we're going in with 100 milliliter of pineapple juice. But here's the thing, this has to be from canned pineapple, because we are going to add a little bit of fresh pineapple. But if you use only fresh pineapple, then all your meat will turn into Play-Doh and mush, because the enzymes of the pineapple will simply dissolve the meat. You want a little bit to tenderize, but you don't want this much. If you add this much pure fresh pineapple juice, that won't be good. So canned, that's the trick. 75 milliliter of apple cider vinegar, And then we are going to add salt. But here we have 3.8 kilos of meat. And normally I would go with somewhere between 2 to 2.5% of the meat weight in salt to have a right salt level. But this is 1.5%, which is the same as 3 tablespoons. Because in the next ingredient, there is also salt, so be careful when you do that. The next ingredient, this is an absolute must. You need to get this achiote paste, or if you can get annatto seeds directly, but the paste is easy to get, Amazon, whatever online shop you have. Annatto seeds, but this is also salty, so that's why we reduce the salt level a little bit. A couple of blocks of that. Then we are going in with a tablespoon of smoked paprika, not traditional, but I like it. A stick of cinnamon. 1 tablespoon of freshly cracked black pepper. I did it in my spice grinder, not to stand here like so. And then tablespoon of oregano. And then we have a tablespoon of cumin, also freshly ground, by the way. And then we have 1 onion, chopped into big chunks, just coarsely chopped. 6-7 cloves of garlic. You need quite a lot of garlic here because it's a lot of meat. And then for the last chili component, I'm going to use a couple of chipotle peppers in adobo sauce. Whoops, I am making a mess, but that's okay.
I'm used to it.
In with that, 3-4 of those, and a slice of pineapple where we just chunked it up here so we get some fresh pineapple in there. And then I'm gonna pour in a little bit of our steeping liquid so the blending can work. Like something like that, I would say. But we save it over here and then we see if we need more of this. Oops, you come here. There you go. Let me move this a little bit to the side. Oh, that smells good already. And there we have it, boys and girls. Nice thick paste, and that's the consistency you're going for. You don't want it thinner than this, then it's not going to be good. Oh, that smells so good. But, okay, meat ready, in with all of it. Just yank all of it in there and get it all out.
That's a nice marinade.
Oh, it smells really good, and I know how good this is. So this is just, I can't wait. The only problem is you have to wait till tomorrow before you can cook
Yeah,
it.
that's a bit annoying actually.
But what can we do? But here you need gloves because with the achiote paste, your fingers, they will turn bright red. So on with some gloves. Gloves on. And then we need to get this marinated completely. Everything has to be covered. So you give this a good massage.
Yeah, but when I ask for a massage, do I get it?
Nope. You can pay for that.
Thank you.
When everything is nicely covered and coated, so we can get these flavors into the meat, then what I have left to do today is cover this with cling film, and into the fridge it goes until tomorrow, and then we continue outside on the smoker. So it's the day after, new colors, as you can see. Here's the meat out of the fridge, and that smells divine, I'm telling you. This is meat gold, fantastic. So now we have to assemble our trompo, and for that you're gonna need a nice device like this, and I can recommend it. I mean, it's $12 on Amazon. You can make it with some skewers and keep it in balance, but This is worth it. Then we are going to start with a slice of pineapple. Because, just be careful here because it's woody in the middle. Down we go. Because we want to keep the meat a little bit on a distance from the bottom, so the fat and the liquids running down, we can use it to baste the meat. So now it's all about building our trompo, as it's called. So skewer down, take some pieces here, and then you make it like this so that you build like a nice shaped tower of meat here. Yeah, and then you can shape it a little bit so it becomes like this. This recipe is actually a little bit of a mashup because this is a mashup also between how they are doing gyros or what's it called in Turkey?
Kebab.
Kebab, yes, exactly. But since we don't have something rotating, that's why we're using this one here to build our tower of goodness.
That is some fun building.
Yeah, it's a little bit like, I don't know, takes you back to kindergarten. Yeah, if there are some small chunks left, we just put them down here. They will cook nicely in the bottom anyways. And just because it looks good, we're going to crown it off with a pineapple.
Just for the beauty of it.
Yeah. There we go. And now we will move out to the smoker. Well, here we are. The view is magnificent. And we have the pellet smoker set up with applewood pellets in the hopper. And we are running at 140 degrees Celsius. So everything is set up and ready. So let's get our little puppy here on the grill, right in the middle. And you see how it fits? Huh?
Just right.
It's made for it. So now we close this up and we let it go for an hour and a half before we check in on it. But we will need a total of 3 to 4 hours at least. So we are 1.5 hours in. So let's sneak a peek on our little puppy here. That looks good. That looks very good. And look at those little brown bits there on the side. That's gonna be good. I know we're not done, but I just want to get a bearing. Where are we temperature-wise? 28 degrees on the center. So yeah, we have ways to go. And actually, am I gonna baste it a little bit? Yeah, listen. Yeah, of course we're gonna baste it. Look at that. All that goodness running down in the bottom here, that you wanna get, but those, you see those black bits here? Those crispy bits?
These are the best.
That's the best. Once you pull this, it's gonna be so nice. We've done it before, we know what we're talking about. This is amazing once it's out of here, trust. Let's close her up again, and then we're gonna wait another hour before we check in. Maybe half an hour for a little basting, but we will see. Okay, guys, we basted it a couple of times, but we didn't have to show you that because it was the same looks. But now, look at that. Ooh, 60. Ooh,
Smoky.
smoky, very smoky. Mid-60s, that's exactly where we're going because this is tender meat. We don't want to go high. This is perfect. We are taking it out, cooling it down, and then it's taste test. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, our perfectly cooked pork al pastor. Now we're gonna make it into tacos al pastor. So I have some flour tortillas here. I'm gonna, oh my God, this is like, it shreds like you have no idea. Oh my God, this is gonna be so good. Who doesn't love a good taco? I don't know, I do. But this is above and beyond homemade, super delicious. Little bit of pico de gallo. You could do salsa verde. You could do whatever is, whatever you like. Guacamole, this, that, and the other. But pico de gallo I like. Plus, I took a little bit of pineapple and grilled it when we were finishing this. And grilled pineapple, that definitely goes with pastor. So on with some of that. And there you have it. And this is messy, but good. So Cheers.